Assalamu alaikum, hi everybody. So this is the part 2 of explaining this blind auction, which is a bit strange, but anyway, let us start. So I'm gonna try to explain it as much as I can, so at least if I can explain at least 50 to 60% of it, so it will be easy for you to understand it more. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to deploy it. Okay, so let's see for now, because I know I'm gonna deploy it many times, so this video might be a bit long. Okay, but anyway, you can follow along if you want to understand as much as possible. So first of all, I'm gonna put for the, we can enter it as like this. Okay, so maybe so before that, Remix is giving us many accounts. Okay, and each account has an address. So let's see, let us check this first address as the address of the seller or the beneficiary. So let's copy this address and put it for the address of the receiver. Okay, so let's deploy. Okay, let's delete this. So now this is the contract deployed, and let's open it. And so now let's say this participant, okay, this is the second address. So if this participant want to send a bid, so what he will do, so for example, if he want to send 5 ethers, okay, so first let's change to the ether. So he want now to send 5 ethers, okay, but in order to send 5 ethers, he should also send a hash, okay, a hash code, and this hash code should contain that he sends that he sent 5 ethers, okay, and this code for us now, we should generate it manually, okay, using this function. In this function here, as you see, you can read this, okay, and try to understand. But anyway, let me first, because I'm gonna actually explain this from scratch, I'm not going to cut anything, and also I might do some errors so that you can actually, we can learn from that. So as we see, we have this code, okay, I'm gonna copy this, all this. So first I will put this code here, and so now we want to generate, okay, we want to generate, because there is no way to do that without generating a hash code, okay. And okay, so let's call this one, for example, blinded bid, let's say, let's call it x1 blinded bid, okay, and this should be a semicolon, and then we should enter the value, and this should be 5, right? And okay, so this should be 5, and for the fake should be false, so that means that this is not a fake, okay, this means that this is not a fake value. So 5, and we send 5, it's exactly the same. And then for the secret, let's say, let's call it, for example, secret 1, okay. But let me check for the reveal, because this is, so as you say, for the reveal they are using byte 32, so this is also should be byte 32, right? That's why I will so first of all we see that we have this error, right? And it says pass error, expected identify but can't equal contract. Okay, so I think because we need to add, for example, we need to add this, right? Sorry, Control C. Let's go back. Okay, I think it's just the type of the variable that we need to add. We still have something. Okay. Let me check again. Contract, declaration, and declared identifier. Okay, now I understand. So this false is not correct, so it should be false. Okay, and I hope now it will work. So it is that file. So this is should be, I think it should be passed to int, right? So, and this one should be a boolean, and this one should be, as you see, I'm just copying, I'm not even typing. Okay, maybe we need also to enter brackets, maybe. And the same thing for this one. So now the error is gone. Okay, so let's also add public, because if we didn't add public we can't access it. So I will add public. So now after that we added public, so I will deploy it again and see the result of this first bit, okay, that I will use. So let's deploy it. First let's delete this contract, and now we don't have any deployed contract. So let's deploy it again. Let's see, for example, let's just enter anything. Okay, let's copy any address and deploy. Okay, we have a problem. What it says? It says that we send a value. We shouldn't send any value for the deploy. Okay, so now it's deployed, and if we see that this x1 blinded bid, if we check it, so this is the hash code that the bidder should send. Okay, so should generate and send. So now that we just generated the first blinded bid and we didn't send it yet. Okay, so now I should copy this one, and let's see let's see that this gonna be the first bidder. Okay, so let's select it, and the first bidder I will send, for example, just 4, okay, 4 ethers, and I will put 4, and then for this bid I should copy this hash, okay, because this hash is exactly this information. It says that I send it 4, and it's not fake, it's actually the value that I send, and this is the secret I use. It can be other random characters if you want, but you should remember this in order to use this for the revealing phase, right? So let's copy, and you can make sure you focus also on the balance so that you can see that we are sending money to the contract. So if I click paid, as you see, it's 4 ethers and everything was correct. This is the value that we sent it, but here it's in the way, okay, and everything is correct. We just sent our first bid. So in order to send the second bid from maybe from the same participant or from the other participant, so now we need to generate more hashes, okay, so that we can use them. And so let's generate many of them. So if I click shift and alt and I click the arrow that goes up or down, we can duplicate this, and let's change. Let's see, for example, this is the second, this is the third, and this is the fourth. So let's keep just four hashes to use them, and maybe we can also make this the secret 2, the secret 3, and 4. And maybe this guy in this second hash, let's see, it will be 6, for example. This guy may be 40, okay, and maybe this one is gonna be the biggest one. So we using this hash, the one who's going to use this hash is gonna win. That's why I'm gonna put it, for example, maybe 53. Okay, let's do it. Nice. So now we have 4 hashes that we can use, and let's first go back, and as we see, I will rename this auction, okay, but first I will delete this one, okay, and I will rename this one. I will say blind auction part 2. Okay, so let's also make this clean, and because we changed something, we changed some lines in the contract, that's why I will need to deploy it again, okay, so that we can have the new contract to interact with, but also because I want, so let's just deploy it using this first address, okay, let's copy it, and let's say again, for example, I'm gonna put just some random seconds, and let's put that address, and let's deploy it, okay, it's now deployed. Let's open it. So let's see the first one, which is gonna where we're gonna use this account. So let's see, the first bidder is this guy, okay, let's remember it. Then this guy should send 4, okay, because we're gonna use this hash, so this guy is gonna be sending 4 ethers. Enter an amount and choose its unit. Why I can't enter anything? Okay, now let's go so that we have all these hashes, because we put public, that's why we can see it here. So let's copy this hash and let's copy that blinded bid, okay, this one. So if I click and you see it's now 4, and let's see that I will also use this hash so that the first guy, okay, he's like he sends 2 bits, okay, so I'm also going to use the same address, okay, I'm not going to change it. I will keep this address, and this time it should be 6, okay, because he's going to use this second hash. And let's copy it. I don't know if the time if the time of the bidding will be enough to send all of them. So as we see, it's now 10, because 4 and 6 it becomes 10. So let's use now the second address, this guy, because I'm going to use that hash, so it's gonna be 40, and I will copy this one, right, let's paste and let's bid. And I think that I still have the time because I didn't get any error yet, so I will use this account now. It's like the other participant, and because should be 53, and I'm gonna use this hash, okay, it should be copied correctly, because if we didn't copy it correctly, we're gonna get some issues. So now copy it, and if we enter, as you see, the number of the ether is incrementing, and we just made the last bid, okay. So also, as you see, this bid function is checking, okay, it says only before, and if I could do Control F, anyway, I'm just going to see this modifier because it should be a modifier, only before, and it takes the time, okay. It says if the current time is bigger than the time, and this time should be the blind end, okay, the time when this auction, when the blinding, okay, the blending will end. If this condition happens, then it will revert this error that says too late, and we will see this message. And if I clear, I think the time should now pass. If I click, it says an error, and we should see this message. See, the function has been called too late. It cannot be called after. So it's exactly this message that we are seeing, because now the time of the bidding is ended. So this 200 seconds just passed, so now it's the revealing time, and let's start revealing. Let's start do the reveal. So let's see, the first bidder want to reveal his bids now, so he needs to enter an array and another array and another array. So the first array will be the values that he enters. So we know that the first guy enters 4 and 6, and if we click 4, we should enter the values. And for the fakes, he said that the first one is not fake, and also the second one is not fake. Okay, that's why fake is false, false, false. And for the secret, so for the secret we use this secret 1 and secret 2. So if we enter secret 1, Control V, and we enter secret 2, as you see, but this is gonna be a problem, and this will not work. And maybe I can, even if I click transact and it will reveal, it will not show us any error, and that's because there is a problem, because in the revealing function, in the reveal, which is this function, it says there is a condition if, okay, and it says if the blinded bid is different than this hash, because it also uses the same function to hash it. It says if they are not equal, means the reveal is not correct, it will just continue. That's why it's not going to give us any error. And if I click, you see it's not giving any error. Okay, it's not giving anything, so because it's just continuing. And the reason why we actually have a problem is because if I remove this, you see here byte 32, but I entered just a strings, right? And also for the function, as you see, we have an array of bytes 32. So I need actually to also generate a byte 32 in order to reveal, in order to do the actual reveal, and the reveal will be correct then. So that's why I need also to generate some byte 32 using this exact string. So I will copy this and I will paste here, and I will say, I will also copy this, Ctrl C, and I will call this secret 1. So this is gonna be the secret 1. Instead of using just secret 1, I will use this one, which gonna be a byte 32, and I made it public so that I can access it like this one and copy it. And what I'm doing here is I'm just doing a casting. Okay, I'm doing just a casting, put semicolon, and I will also generate the same hashes for this other secrets, okay, so that I can also use them for the reveal of other bidders. So this is going to be 2, and this is gonna be 3. And if I made it, for example, a long hash, so with other characters, so it can be very powerful secret. So I need to make this exactly like this one, okay, so that they can match. When the function will compare them, they can match, okay. And I'm seeing that I have some errors because I'm using the same name for the state. So I will call this secret 3, but you know, I will just keep this one so things become more clear. I will just make it 4, and also this one. We'll just copy this one. And it's gonna be secret 4. So let's name also this one 4. So thanks now. So now that we have the secrets that we can use for the revealing instead of using just strings. Okay. So there is another thing that I want to do, which is for the bits. Okay. So as you see, we have these bits. Okay. So anyway, let's deploy it and test again, and then if we have any error or any problem, we can again change the contract and deploy it again, so that you can understand step by step. I know that the video might be a bit long, but anyway you will understand very well. So let's actually, because I want to make these addresses to be returned to 100 Ether, so everything is clean. That's why I will reload. Okay, I hope that this will be saved, the code will be saved. Okay, if I close this one, so this is it. Okay, nice, the code is saved, and let's deploy it again. I'm gonna put the same thing to 100 because I think it's enough, and I will put for this one 5 minutes, and I will copy the first address for the beneficiary. If you click this arrow, you're gonna see that each argument is in a row. So if I click transact, now the contract deployed. As you see, this is all the states. Let's copy this one, and I need to switch to this account because this is a new participant. I will click for, this is gonna be in Ether, and let's pass in that blind. So the Ether is incrementing. Let's copy the second one. Let's see, this is gonna be sent by the same participant, and it should be 6 because we are using the second one. And let's bid, so now it's 10. Let's copy the third hash also. Let's pass that. We need to switch the address to the second bidder, and this one is gonna be 40 ethers, and if he bids, it's gonna be now 50. Let's see the last bids. You can add more if you want, but to make things more just as simple as we can, that's why I made just like there is 3 bidders. So this is gonna be 653, and we're gonna use this fourth address. So fourth account, let's bid now, and everything is correct. So now if I will go to the reveal. So I will click now, and I will go, so that the first guy who did his first bid, he will reveal. Okay, it's like he will reveal. That's why I'm gonna put the arrays, and for the first one is gonna be 4 and this is gonna be 6. I will also think that I will make it like this so it's more clear. Yeah, I'm gonna make it like this, you know, and I'm just gonna put a comma, or I think like this is gonna be more clear. So let's put this 4 and 6, and this one gonna be false. Okay, and for the secret now, we're not gonna put these secret ones as a string, but we're gonna use this secret one, which is now byte 32. Let's copy it now. So this is the byte 32 of the string one, secret one. So let's pass it here, and let's put a comma, and let's copy the secret, the secret 2, and now what I should do, I should also put it here. Okay, so let's click transact, right? Okay, I'm not sure if this works or not. And errored encoding argument expected. Okay, I think that there was an error. I think that there is an error. Maybe, I don't know if we need to enter some yeah, so that's what we need. Okay, so you should actually enter these codes, right? Double quotes for each one. So I'm gonna also copy this because I don't wanna repeat this, maybe if we have some errors or something like that, so I don't want to repeat this each time. That's why I'm gonna copy it, and whenever I want it I will use it. So I'm gonna select everything, but okay, this is gonna be the first. Let's control, and we come this. So the second one, okay, I'm gonna switch to the second address now, and the second address has 40, and anyway I will use now for the reveal, it's gonna be 40, and for the false, because he has, I hope that the time will be enough, because I'm not sure if the time is enough. And for the secret, he's using the secret 3. Okay, and let's pass this. And correct. let's also copy this, and I'm gonna put it here. For this one, I'm gonna copy it and set it here. For this one also, and I will set this is second one. Let's make this okay. So this is the second one. For the last one, so we have 53. In order to reveal this, it's gonna be 53, and you're gonna be using this the last secret, which is secret 4, and hopefully that the time still be there for the reveal. But I need also to switch to the last address, and okay, the time is ended, so we couldn't reveal for the last guy, so the last guy will not get his money back because he didn't reveal his money, so he will not even get a refund, even that he will be the winner, but because he didn't reveal at the time, so now he lose his money and he lose everything because he didn't reveal. Okay, and the money will just stay in the contract. Basically, unfortunately, he will not get the money, and yeah, that's basically that's it. Basically, anyway, let's copy that we can use. Maybe if we have some error or something like that, so that we can use these things after. Now, because now you know how did we made this, because I don't want each time to do the same process. Okay. So now if we check the highest bid, actually we should see the highest bid, but I'm not sure if we have some error or something like that, but it works, and the highest bid was 40, so it's really actually working. And if we check the address of the highest bidder, what do you think the highest bidder is? So the highest bidder should be the address of the guy who uses this hash, okay, should be the address exactly, should be exactly this address, okay. Let's what is this address? We have 02 dB, 02 dB. I hope that it is, and it should be okay, where it is highest bidder. So 02 dB, right, exactly. Good, guys, this is working just correctly. And then, so now this is the balance in the contract, and also for the first guy, okay. So because the last guy now he loses his money because he couldn't reveal, but the first guy, he can actually receive a refund, right? And he can now withdraw his money back, right? So, and if you remember how much he sent 10 ethers, okay, and he should get all these 10 ethers back if he withdraw. So let's switch to his address, and let's click the withdraw, and as you see now there is 53 in the balance. And if we check the withdraw, if we click the withdraw, it says it's correct. And if we go back, so as you see, it didn't send the money back, and this means that there was a problem. Okay, so there is a problem with the function withdraw. If I click again, it's not actually working exactly as it should work. And maybe we can add another part for this, another video after that, where I will try to find the problem and try to see if we can solve this problem in the next video. If I check this one and I click the withdraw, this one actually it shouldn't send anything. If I click withdraw, of course this works exactly right, but actually for this one it should actually send, but it's not sending. For this one, because the second one, who actually revealed his money and everything was correct, but it's not sending the money back, because it should actually send. Okay, anyway, no problem. And this is not the problem, just the problem. There is another problem, guys, because I think that I made a problem when I was doing the bids, right? Because this is just 53, and actually it should be more. Okay, it should be 53 with this one, with this one, with this one, and also there is this 4, which I don't know where it comes from. But anyway, let's check the last function, which is the auction end. Okay, because when we click this auction end, what it should do, it should send the highest bid to the beneficiary, right? And the highest bid is 40, which is this one. So if I click this auction end, it should send the money to the beneficiary. So if I click auction end, okay, as you see, we have a problem. We still have a problem. Anyway, and as you see, after we click the auction end, for the first time we get this, but for the second time we get this error that says the function auction has already been called. And I think that I will, because I didn't actually explain all the code, okay, that's why I think I should make another part where explaining all the code. And if we check the ended, it should be now true, because the auction has ended and we already called the auction end. And when calling this auction end, it's exactly what makes that end state true, right? And yeah, anyway, I think that I hope that you understand more about this contract. I will try to find the problem why these errors happens, and I will also try to explain the code in the last part, inshallah. So see you there, and thank you.